Hello everyone, welcome to Mind Garbage. My name is Eric Myers. This week I'm going to be talking to you about PlayStation VR. Last week at GDC, the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, Sony had a conference and they talked and shed more light on PlayStation VR. Mainly the big thing that came out of it is the price and kind of the release window. They haven't put on a direct date yet, but it's coming out in October, which is when my birthday is, so perfect timing, Sony. Thank you very much, Shuhei. You're a good guy. Generally, what I want to talk about is this week about PlayStation VR has to do with if it has a chance of being successful. Myself, I've pre-ordered it. I'm very, very excited. This is a piece of technology that I haven't gotten to mess around with at all. I've tried to, but things happened and I wasn't able to do it at PlayStation Experience. But that doesn't mean that I'm not super excited for this technology for not really for games, but for everything else. And I think that is what lies in where VR in general can be successful, is that it has nothing to do with video games. In fact, it has to do with more practical applications. One of the things that I had seen or kind of thought about is, in this technology they talk about the cinematic mode, where it essentially replaces your TV screen, where it's like you're right there viewing it. Now, I put on my little viewfinder. Now you think about it's virtual reality, but it's not really virtual reality. I assume because it's a cinematic mode, it's just you're playing a game, whatever. Like let's say you're playing a first-person shooter like Call of Duty. You're just kind of right there, and you just can still move the controller and everything. But it's not like you can look around and be like, whoa, I'm on a battlefield, and all that fun stuff. It's more just, like it says, cinematic mode. I'm excited to try and toy around with that and just see what that's kind of like. But what this got me thinking about is with movies. For me, I love watching television and movies and all that sort of stuff, but I have a really hard time with kind of just like not going on my phone and going on Twitter and Facebook and all that sort of stuff. Instagram and whatnot, your social medias, looking up stuff about what I'm watching right then and there and not really paying attention to it. But that excites me, is that I can kind of put this on and for a few hours I have nothing else to watch and it'd be like I'm in a movie theater, which is exciting to me. But what I think is cool about the future of VR is the fact that, imagine you can use the things that you can use this for. You think with the Move controllers that they're going to be bundling in with the big package, which is what I got because I don't have a PlayStation Move because it's not 2007, and we're all excited for the Wii for motion gaming and whatnot. The thing is with being able to, the practical applications, like I said, excite me. With using the Move controllers or whatever, you picture, let's say that you're, examining historical objects or whatever. You could take a trip to, say, a museum of World War II or whatever. I don't know if these things exist. I imagine they do. It's a vast world out there. But, where you can look at, say, a gun or whatever, or Emozan Nagant. That's not how it's pronounced. I'm sorry, but I'm sure it's kind of close. Or, Kar 98 or M1 Garand, something like that, where you're holding it and it's like you're there and you're examining it and looking at it and stuff, and that kind of stuff to me is really, really cool. The practical applications elsewhere, kind of like I mentioned, going on vacation or whatever, going to a concert. I think about, for me, I love going to concerts, but I live roughly 3 hours away from pretty much anywhere I want to go to a concert. So like if I want to go to, see a band that I really, really, really like, the closest place for me to go to is San Francisco. And that's a 3-4 hour drive for me. So that application of, using the VR headset to be there and enjoy a concert or whatever, and actually feel like you're there, with the surround sound and everything, to me, that is really cool. There's so many applications for it that can make it really, really awesome. Specifically, PlayStation VR. When the models of, the Oculus headset and the Vive were coming out and being announced as, Oculus $600, and that was a high price point, I thought. And then Vive comes out and it's $800. And even though I deeply, deeply wanted to believe that this thing was going to be $300-$400, I was convinced it probably was going to be a lot more, because this is an expensive piece of technology. Why would they take such a huge loss on it? But the thing that impresses me the most with them coming out and saying that it is $400 is I just don't see how they can possibly, make a profit on it. And to me, success, is what they feel is successful. So I think it was either Shu or Adam Boyes or someone had said, that to them, if they sell like 1 million or 2 of these units to this year, then that's successful to them. The only thing that concerns me is that with this coming out in October, I don't know how many, the attach rate would be, I'm not really good at math, so you can't expect me to do the math. But you have, say, 1 million units, and there's approximately 40 million PlayStation 4s out there. That would be an attach rate of, I would think, 10%, maybe 5-10%, whatever. Which is, I could be totally wrong. I suck at math. I almost failed, so don't take my word for it. But it's like that's a big number of people to try and buy PlayStation VR. I'm one of them. My buddy Joey's going to be buying one, but that's just the two of us. So who knows how that's going to go. The thing that excites me, though, about it is that they have a lot of faith in it. More so than... not more so, but about the same amount of faith that they had in PlayStation 4 when it originally launched. And that excites me because this is something that they're really excited about to talk about, and show off, and they want you to see the headset. At PlayStation Experience last year, when we got a chance to go, and they had stuff on the show floor that you could play in VR right then and there. And to me, that was really cool. The fact that they want you as a consumer to try this. And I think with the price point of $399.99, that's a consumer-friendly price point. Grandma Gregorio, say, old Italian sweetheart, never would hurt a fly, walks into the mall or whatever, Best Buy, say. And, she puts on this PlayStation VR headset, and her skirt's just blown up. Her hair is blown back. Everything's just, her perception of reality has been completely shattered. She doesn't know if she's in the real world or the virtual world. She has no idea. And I think to me that is what's exciting about this, is that they can show it. This is a completely new, not a new technology for us, but virtual reality has been around for a long time. But this is the first time it can be actually handled in such a right way. And what's cool, and it's something that I had heard from other game journalists and media people and whatnot, is that this is the first time that we're going to see a new piece of technology where video games are at the forefront of showing off this technology, which is really awesome. I mean, you think about that. Finally, we get something instead of that one guy that's like, video games are bad, man, trying to, say that we're all going to be serial killers if we play Bully. You guys remember that? That was really weird. I can't remember that guy. Jack something. Well, either way. So my personal, if I feel like PlayStation VR is going to be successful, that's kind of up in the air. I think it has a very, very strong possibility that it will be, based on the fact that they've come right out of the gate and they've shown you everything that you need and told you that you need. When the PlayStation Vita came out at a price point, I believe, $250 around that range. But then, they started, all this little stuff started to come out about, memory cards being ridiculously expensive and certain things being proprietary chargers and whatnot. I mean, and there's more stuff, certain games that were online, they weren't going to have online or whatever. I wasn't paying so much close attention to the Vita when it was happening, but now I have one and it's a glorious little machine. But the thing that impresses me with Sony this time is that they went right out of the gate and just said, this is what's in the box, this is how much it is, this is what you need. And now it's kind of like, instead of having, that negativity that could swell up with everyone, it's just, this is what you need out of the gate. And for that, I think that has enough time for people to be like, okay, I see that, and so now I want it, and I'm going to save up money and I'm going to get it. So hopefully that works in their favor. I actually applaud them for the fact that they just went out and said, you know, giving them options. It's $400 for the headset. If you have Move and a camera, you're good to go. You buy this headset. Great, grand, wonderful. If you don't have any of it, which I don't, $500 gets you everything and a demo disc and a game. So that's pretty swell. So October, we're going to find out if this thing is spectacular. I bet it is, but we'll see. Thank you for watching. If you would like, you can follow me on Twitter at EricMyers93. You can follow this channel on Twitter at 3_beersin. And please like the video, subscribe to this channel, and share and all that. None of you guys do, but whatever, I don't care. I just do what I do. It makes me happy. I'm going to go back to watching Daredevil. More thoughts on that at some point later. Whenever I feel like it. See you guys later. Bye.